overshoot the way I did. That would hopefully minimize the amount of flying we have to do and locally. Okay. So one thing I want to take a look at is this mod settings. Turn that off for the launch. You know, I wonder. Let me see if I can do this launch using the controller. Okay? I have never done this before, so you're watching me do something brand new. Alright. So let me take a look at this. You had a create props like tablets or phones stuff with a screen. You can drag them into your command pod and they float around. Okay. Okay, Luca, the game isn't designed to do that. Okay. First off, I don't do parts. Okay, but ignoring that, every item that exists on its own in the game is considered a vessel. So now you would end up with and each vessel takes up CPU time and etc. Okay, but the other problem is that when the Kerbals in the command pod aren't really there. This is all animation, so it really wouldn't do that much. I mean, it's not. It's the type of thing which is. It sounds like a really neat idea for another game, but not this one. All right, I'm gonna do the launch using the joystick and seeing if I can do a decent job getting it up there. All right. So throttle it full. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and lift off. Okay. Let's do a roll. That helps. We're already not doing great because we're going at an angle. Let's just get into space. We're going to we have a bit of a high orbit. I'm in 35, but that's okay. Jettison fairing. RCS in order to stabilize. That's a good stabilization. Good. We can do a roll right now. Alright. That'll do until we get actually are ready to do our maneuver, circularization. Okay. The maneuver we want, and it's going to be a right now. Okay. I mean, I've launched this with only 2 of these instead of 3. But that was using MechJeb as the autopilot. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm circularizing it till we get pretty close to 135. Okay, 129 to 143, that's much better than we were before, but we're still cockeyed. Okay. I want to change the plane. Change inclination to 0 at the cheapest. Okay. Node. Give me 600 meters per second in order to flatten out the orbit. All right, we can do that. Now, don't forget, I have 1,200 meters per second left in here, plus another 1,600 in here. So actually what I'm going to do is, I don't need this whole thing, so I'm going to jettison it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And everything will be with this. Okay. That is going to be a 1 minute 11 second burn in about 14 minutes. Okay. Actually, River Turtle, I believe they add mass in a craft as long as you're not in the VAB. Okay. But it's not a lot. I think it's 1 unit of mass. Now, I really need to review that and see what they want for documentation. Okay, declare all mods, modded engines, atmospheric flight, Maintenance sheet. Use your own shuttle. Require either an album showing each stage of flight or a video showing all stages of the flight. I got a video. I can simply post the VOD. Okay. Okay. So River Turtle, I'm not positive, okay? But we could actually do a quick test. What I could do is, once I'm done with this, we can put a command pod out, put it out on the launch pad, see the weight, take it back, put a Kerbal in, put it on the launch pad and see the weight. Okay. There we go. And I do like the engine glow. They may be a little too much, but that's okay. They can be forgiven. Okay. So now we want to land, preferably in daylight, so I can see what I'm doing. Part of the issue was I landed in nighttime. So it's about going into night. So let's just time warp until we're out of night. Know something? Command pod. I want to edit. Huh? Oh. Okay. What I want to do, I want to move this whole thing over like this. I want to edit. Where is it? Kerbal Engineer. Kerbal Engineer. I want to edit HUD 2. Move it over there. Thank you. And edit HUD 1. Over there. Wait. Alright. So. Oh, I don't have better time warp installed. Okay. Gonna take a couple of minutes, and I will add better time warp while I'm waiting. Could you imagine what it was like when they landed the real space shuttle at night? Must have been nerve-wracking. Because really, all you see out of the cockpit are these little pinpoints of light, and you just have to rely entirely on your instruments. I know I can go back to the Space Center and time warp, but so let me do that. Space Center, and actually the tracking station. Hello, Sky Tour. Welcome to the Flying Penguins. Okay, so here we are with that, and there is Okay, so actually the next time around will be it should be in sunlight. Okay, so let's go back to the shuttle. Well, Valen, if the Kerbals add mass in RO, they're gonna that part of it they'll be adding mass in whatchamacallit, in stock as well. Okay. So we are going to be right over it. That's good. Okay, it was suggested to me be at 60 degrees instead of 45, so that would be like this. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay. Again, I'm not really, I'm doing this because I'm not a space shuttle guy, and so it's gonna be something for me to learn and get better on. All right. It's really odd that I'm getting the sound here. Now that might actually be because of a mod installed. I have a mod called Map View Mono Sound. What it does is that in Map View, sound only comes out of one channel, so you only have one. So it puts it into two. But I'm wondering if that's causing the sounds not to be working properly here. Audio, graphics is on full, textures on full. Okay. So let's go ahead and let it execute the node. Yeah, that RCS thing. RCS. It's a mod called Internal RCS by NESD, and that's what's giving me all that internal RCS there. Okay, thank you. T forward. Okay, get rid of that. Now we get to fly it. And we will be landing in daylight. Oops. That actually was not good. We're landing too short. Oh no, yeah, we're still landing too short, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of boosting. There we go. Because you don't want to land short. You want to be higher, as much as I know. And that way you can overfly and then come on back. Alright, so all I'm going to do for atmosphere autopilot is get it out there to smooth out the controls. Master switch for standard fly-by-wire. And all this does is really smooth out your flying, whether by keyboard or by joystick. Alright, so we're all set here. Alright, so now we just have to fly until we hit the atmosphere. Atmosphere. Alright. I just want to check one setting in here. Odd settings. Compatibility. ABFW input overrides. Overrides A. Good. Alright, good. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do it this time. Still a little short. I don't think we're going far enough. I mean, some people told me to land all the way, aim for a landing down here, but we'll see. We shall see. So that this is actually working. It's all set. And there's the sunrise. Let me turn down the ambient light. Right. And that. Actually, I'm going to stay here because this is going to help me decide if I'm going too far or not. As long as I'll keep, this will show me if as long as that we're under control. It is moving out a little bit. So yeah, well, I'm having a little trouble with my mouse. The left click is, when I click once, it's double clicking sometimes. I'm gonna have to either fix it or replace it. There's the continent, there's the mountains. KSC is on the other side of the mountains. We're at a 30-degree. Is really going to slow us down. It should be. As long as it keeps increasing, I'm not going to worry about slowing down too much. All right, now it's starting to pull back. Good. We are at a 45-degree angle of attack. Well, almost 40-degree angle of attack. Okay, now it's gonna be a little too much. Let's down a little. Okay. Thought I had the cockpit sounds. Apparently I don't. There's the Space Center right over there. But 36 kilometers high? A little higher than I expected, but that's okay, because we're now bringing it back, and that's good. I pushed it up to about 35-degree angle of attack. We've passed the Space Center, which we kind of expected. "26 kilometers high, 850 meters per second. And do some big S-turns. Turn off the RCS. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. Why is it going down? Almost like the compass is wrong. So now I'm heading toward it, and the compass says I'm heading due north. The nav ball. That's a little strange. That's odd, it's not working properly. PWD's fuel balancer, it's supposed to be jettisoning all the oxidizer, it's not. That's something new I just added, and it was working for me the other earlier. I'll have to look at that some other time. This is really strange. Look at that. This says I'm heading due north. Okay. The course is at an angle, and yet you can see by moving it that I'm heading due west. That is weird. And the navigation here doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we are. Ah. Okay. Valen, that's just it. It was acting a little strange because on the screen, on the map view, it appeared that I was moving in one direction when it was. Even now, look at the direction I'm moving in, and look at the trajectory. I'm not sure which one is messed up, but whatever. Okay, so we're going there. I want to go a little to the left. Again, what I'm doing is I'm coming down here so I can approach it, straight line in, if possible. I mean, it's still slipping sideways, but that is trajectories, I believe, which is drawing that, and it might be messed up a little bit. Don't need that anymore. Waiting it out now. All right. There we are. Sending at 5 meters per second, which is fine. Just beginning to make out the KSC right over there. Yes, I have a couple of audio mods. I have improved jet engines and improved rocket sounds. We're lined up directly on the runway. That's perfect. Well, not quite actually. Runway just became visible. It's over here, so we are a little too high. There we go. Gear down. Throttle down. I do not have speed brakes on this shuttle. And we did it. I have my finger on the brake. Much better than last time. All right. Good. And let's recover. Alrighty. Great. Put this down. I was hoping to be able to get that closer than we did, but at least we got it.